Hey guys, so I actually went through my makeup collection today and I found a bunch of different dupes for you guys. If you don't know what dupes are, it's basically short form for duplicate, and preferably a dupe is something that is a cheaper version of something more expensive. So I found more than 10 of these in my collection, and I think that they're pretty close for the most part. Some of them are basically spot on. And I'm just going to throw it over to a little voiceover now, and I hope that you enjoy.
So here we have the first set of colors. On the far left is Warm Taupe from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance Palette, followed by Jet Setter from the Tartelette In Bloom Palette, a shade from the Maybelline The Nudes Palette, and finally the NYX HD Blush in Taupe. This is the refill version that you buy in a single pan. There are some slight tonal variations, but overall these are very similar, and the best price is definitely the NYX HD Blush in Taupe. It's a very big pan. Here we have Urban Decay's Fireball on the left and Pure Anada's Rosen Gold on the right. The Urban Decay has a bit more peach to it, but there's enough similarity there that you don't need both, especially when you see these on the eyes. They look very similar. And the Pure Anada one will have a lot more pigmentation to it when you have this over a base. Right now, I just have this dry on my hand. Here we have Sephora Collection's Aspen Summit on the left, which is discontinued now, and Pure Anada's White Diamond on the right. The Sephora shadow is pressed and slightly chalky in consistency, whereas the Pure Anada is a loose shadow with a soft glitter finish. And personally, I prefer the Pure Anada, and this one's cruelty-free, so, you know, yay! On the left, we have the shade Meow from the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette, and on the right is the NYX Hot Singles shadow in the shade Flirt. There's really not much difference between these two at all. On the eye, I don't think you would be able to tell them apart, even if you were really up close. On the left is Flash by Urban Decay, and on the right is another NYX Hot Singles shadow, this time in Ultraviolet, color of the year 2018. Flash appears to have a slightly satin finish, whereas Ultraviolet is purely a matte. However, I don't really notice it that much when I put them on the eyes, and you can't even really see that much of a difference on the hand as I'm moving it in the light there. There's really not that much shimmer on Flash, so I don't think you'd notice. On the far left is the Makeup Forever eyeshadow in 6P01, and the other two are shades from the NYC Individualized palette in Pink Nudes. The Makeup Forever shadow has a bit more shimmer to it, but the NYC shades actually have more pigment when applied to the eyes. So it's kind of a question of whether you want more shimmer or more pigment. The first two swatches are of Urban Decay Vice lipsticks in the shades Rapture and Backtalk, followed by Bare Minerals Gen Nude Radiant Lipstick in XOX, and lastly the Annabelle Twist Up Retractable Lipstick in Romance, which is one of my favorites. Obviously the first two and the very last are very similar, and the Bare Minerals lipstick is not quite right, but I just threw it in there because I thought it might be similar, and I ended up being wrong. But that's okay. On the left is the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in Rock Steady, and on the right is the Milani Color Statement lipstick in Red Label. These are pretty well bang on. However, I will warn you that the Milani one gets everywhere. So just be really careful with that. Like, I mean everywhere. It gets on your teeth, on the outside of your lip line. It goes everywhere. This is a good one, guys. On the left is the Marc Jacobs La Marque Lip Creme in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and on the right is the Wet n Wild Megalass lipstick in Wine Room. These are so close, it's not even funny, and the price difference is mind-boggling. Oh my god, I am so happy I found this. I wouldn't have found this without my friend Caitlin giving me this Wine Room lipstick for Christmas last year, so thank you, Caitlin. Thank you. Sorry my hand looks messed up for this swatch here, but I had wiped many swatches off my hand at this point. So on the left is the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in Manic, and on the right is the LA Colors lipstick in Charmed. Dollar Tree find, not too bad. On the left we have yet another Urban Decay Vice lipstick, this time in Menace, and on the right is the e.l.f. Velvet Matte lipstick in Fuchsia Fantasy. There is a very slight difference between these two, but not too much. The e.l.f. one looks to be slightly deeper, and the Urban Decay one is slightly more blue undertoned, but on the lips I don't think you would notice too much. So final dupe here, we've got the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Nosferatu on the left, and on the right is the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Cherry Skies. These are pretty well spot on, and it's a beautiful color, so if you can't afford the Kat Von D one, I would highly recommend the NYX Liquid Suede.
Now that you're back and have seen all the dupes, one extra one that I wanted to mention is actually this mascara here. This is one that I've bought before. This is a new one, obviously. I had this last year in my collection, and at that time I also had the Benefit Roller Lash, a mini size of that. And this is definitely very, very comparable. In fact, this is better than the Benefit Roller Lash. And I'll just insert a little photo here that I did a comparison on. I was wearing this on one side, the Benefit on the other. And you can see here, I feel like my lashes looked better with the Annabelle mascara. And the wands are definitely very comparable, so just thought I'd mention that and insert that there. And otherwise, I hope you really enjoyed this. And I'll see you for a couple of different holiday looks, including this one that I just filmed.